Three, two, one. Audio check, audio check. Let's put on this little song to see how everything goes. Um,
All
okay,
right.
how's that going for everyone? Those of you listening at home,
Right.
let's compare audio levels and all that before we begin.
Yeah. Let's wait people to come in and power in and see if they can hear us proper.
Good things are in store, but only if y'all can hear us okay.
Apparently I'm a little quiet. I just listened to myself and I'm just slightly quiet compared to you.
Compared to me, then I can just dial myself down a little bit. Do 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 do
Well,
do 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 do
let's
do
see.
do 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 do.
Because we also don't want to like both me and you be hard to hear or something.
Right.
All right. Y'all, how does that sound? Can you make me out clearly? Can you make out multi clearly?
Yeah, me.
Hello, hello. Music seems also a little quiet from what I'm hearing.
Okay, that's not so bad. I can tweak that up a little bit, I think. Take that up from a 9 to a 12, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea. I never have any idea, how much that really affects it, the little slider it has. But, in any case,
Yeah, yeah.
just let us know in the chat how well our audio levels match before we can start starting.
Yeah, I'd love for more feedback because I have to hear double when I turn on the stream, so it's.
I know y'all be in the chat, just kind of sitting there quietly with your hands, enclapsed, and just kind of sitting there silently. This isn't Silent Reading Hour, Any words will be appreciated on our end.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we apparently have 10 viewers, so looking forward to any confirmation that the audio is okay.
Hey, you know what? Who needs it? They
What?
they think they don't want to.
I'm still a bit quieter than you. Is there any way you can turn me up? Like I don't want your audio level to suffer as a result.
No, I mean I could just easily. I
Okay.
think I can do this. Maybe
Let's
that's
see,
any
let's
better.
see.
I'm like taking my
Can I be
microphone
heard?
pretty
Let's see.
quietly. Anything?
Hello. I can't. Okay, Onion. Any thoughts?
Do 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 do.
No. Let's see. I can hear myself fine, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're. No, I think. Background noise. Is there background noise? Is it me? Let me mute myself and you tell me if it's me.
Noise suppression. Can hardly tell if.
I think it. Yeah, I can't. Is multi's volume okay, Dango?
Is it?
Oh my god.
What?
Multi just you sounded like you were in the back of the room or something. It was a little echoey for a second.
Huh?
When you said "is it" on stream, it sounded like that.
Oh, weird.
Okay, it seems fine now. I think.
Yeah. Okay, tiniest smidges. I can live with that. Thank you very much. With that out of the way.
All right. Yellow. Yeah. Well, I think that's just. I'm not sure if what's happening with that Onion. Maybe it's my microphone, maybe it's Multi's, maybe it's something else. You can also turn the music just a little bit louder, by the way, Multi.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Doesn't have to be a whole lot, but just some.
12 to 15. Okay. In that case, yeah.
All right, let's get this started. Cue the intro. All right, we are back with no song, with Xenoverse and no song playing. We are back with, oh hell yeah, we are back with the Otherworld tournament. This one, a bit of a special one. It's not a main tournament, it's a side tournament, and the idea behind this one is a little bit different. We will be having the Otherworld tournament that never happened. And the explanation for this one is basically every move that has been a little bit overused in past iterations of the Otherworld tournament, be it the first one, be it the 13th one, the most recent one, they're not going to be here. They're not going to be allowed. And under these constraints, we are going to be seeing what our fabulous CAC players have been able to come up with in terms of their builds.
It's a tournament of underused tactics, but also very highly thought out. All these contestants have brought in strategies of their own in these constraints, and I'm very interested to see what they bring into this tourney. So let's just get this underway.
Yeah, hell yeah. So for the first match, we have Onion and Barlow's, so we can get them both in here and get the show on the road.
The invites are sent.
All right.
Our first CAC tournament in quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's because the way the cast tournaments line up, right? We go with the mentorless, the mentor. So we are finally back with CACs, and I'm pretty excited to see what people have come up with the moves that are allowed to them. There's also restrictions on Super Souls, and we are using our old QQ Bang rules, which are only limited to level 5 QQ Bangs, no level 6 QQ Bangs, so people have had to make some sacrifices in terms of their builds. So let's see Onion versus Barlow's. I believe Onion's bringing 3 female Earthlings, and Barlow's is bringing a Namekian and 2 male Earthlings. So yeah, right out the gate, he opens up with his Namekian versus Onion's signature female Earthling.
And already we are underway. I am very interested to see the performance of Namekians in this tournament in particular, especially on a 5-minute timer. They have such incredible longevity in normal Otherworld tournaments. So it remains to be seen how that could shake out in this new rule set.
Oh my god, Rakshasa's Claw. That's... I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but holy shit, I did not expect to see that move.
Same with Kaioken. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Kaioken, Beast, and Super Saiyan are the only legal Awokens. So Barlow's is going for a Kaioken Namekian. Definitely something we don't often see, but has potential to be very strong.
I just love that little trick there with the total detonation ball from beneath the water surface. It has a rising mechanic, which allowed him to get a sneak attack there on Onion.
Oh, Vanishing Ball, forcing out the evasive from Onion. Sonic Bomb? Oh. Onion is going for a pretty creative moveset this time. And I'm so glad to see Onion participate in this tournament. We haven't seen him in a really long time. But it's always a pleasure when people who have been in this community for a long time just come back to the tournaments. Ooh, Pressure Sign and Sonic Bomb. Pretty underrated combo, but it can be quite strong.
And all through the while, Barlow's is managing to stay a little bit shaky and dangerous through the use of that super from Android 21.
Yeah, Total Detonation Ball is just... It has been buffed a little while back, and it deals a pretty good damage now. Oh, the evasive gets perfect block. Vanishing Ball. Oh, Vanishing Ball does manage to kill him despite getting the Sonic Bomb off. Barlow takes game 1. That was a pretty exciting match. Really enjoyed that one.
I am just swimming in the wonder of what I just witnessed because I can already tell this tournament is going to look like nothing we've seen in the past.
Hell yeah, yeah. No, there are moves. There are moves in the move pool that have not been used at all in CAC tournaments before. Some of them have been used, just a little underused. Some are fringe picks, but we are going to be seeing here synergies that haven't been explored in the past, which I feel like is a really cool twist in regular CAC tournaments. Onion, of course, has lost a game, so he's able to change his CAC. He's bringing a different female human, and yeah, that's what we're gonna see. While Barlos has to stick with his Namekian, which I don't think he minds at all.
Absolutely not. I'm sure that we've seen Barlos with Namekian plenty of times in previous CAC tournaments in the past.
Yeah.
I can't help but question Onion's choice to go with 3 female Earthlings. I guess, make the most out of the race that you know, but you also lose the ability to move out to a character with a different combo, game and standing neutral as well that other races can provide on your counterpick game. But we'll see how it works out for him.
Definitely the possibility of like you can run a strike build in one, a key blast build in another, and sometimes just different stat spreads allow you to do different things is something to keep in mind.
It looks like this one's particularly going into the zoning space.
Yeah. Oh, both of them are running Genocide Shell. Oh, grab into Kamehameha didn't seem like it worked out that well for Onion. Very nice perfect block. When we see a grab follow up, oh, it's a little too high up. But the pressure sign, oh, that's such a good use of pressure sign.
But piece by piece, Barlos is chipping down Onion's health bit by bit. It'll take quite a lot of play in order to reverse this for Onion.
Oh, the command knockback into Vanishing Ball, this could be it. Yeah, no limit burst I think we saw from Onion, and unfortunately no opportunity to. Barlos takes game 2. I would have liked to see that pressure sign come in handy for Onion to counter the Confusion Blade, something like that, but unfortunately did not come to fruition. Onion will still have a chance in loser's bracket, but for now we move on to our next match. Up next, I guess we have Kaioken GT, and Moto. So let's get them both right in here.
All right.
Did I just hear the connecting sound and someone getting ejected?
Perhaps.
Okay, okay. Kaio's here. Moto should be here as well. Where's the build up?
All right. Our contestants are set.
All right. I'm looking forward to this match. I've practiced with both of these guys. Oh yeah, by the way, Moto and Kaio both are bringing only one CAC, one preset of one CAC. So that's what we're going to be seeing from them. Oh my god, Moto's not wearing a halo. Of course he's not.
I like that he submitted it with a halo, though.
I wait.
Do they know?
Look,
He
apparently
knows.
they do. You just play it out. Just play it out, but equip the Halo next set, please.
Although perhaps it's yeah, okay. They're playing it out.
Uh, I know. I know. We're just gonna count this one. It's no biggie. I know what happened. I know. Basically, Malta was having some issues with his save, and I did manage to fix them for him. But as a result, he has 2 copies of the same Namekian, and one of them didn't have the Halo equipped. So that's what happened there. He chose the wrong one. He should have the same moves though, and no further issues. I inspected his save myself. It's just. Oh, anyway, let's focus on the match as it goes.
It looks like Mao Tao's loyalty to Fat Boo ends in the cast realm as he's entering with his Namekian.
Yeah, he. I mean, if you think about it, it sort of makes sense. Mentor Fat Boo is kind of a resource monster, and what are resource monsters in CAC tournaments? Those are definitely Namekians. And we see already Caio using Chronos Cannon to a surprising effect there. It's definitely a move we don't see every time.
I'm also liking, Kaio's having a pretty good amount of restraint when it comes to not throwing out his stamina, unwillingly. It's allowed him to kind of manage this health advantage, this very satisfying stamina advantage, possibly 1 grab or so away from winning this first point of the set.
Oh, but Noto, no burst, but he is in the McKin percent. He's getting health pretty quickly, and just 1 bar of stamina finally manually vanishes. Can Caio get enough damage? He can with a heavy combo from his Melsaint. I'm gonna remember Moto to have Halo equipped. It's an honest mistake, so it's no biggie. Moto use the.
It really took me until just this moment to realize, hey, Kaioken's running Kaioken.
Yeah, he's, loyalty to the transformation. Alright, Moto said he's leaving and then joining.
Okay, fair enough.
Probably fixing that thing. I still think like that's not where the mistake lies, but maybe he actively unequipped the Halo, which would be a little silly. Alright.
It is pretty interesting to note similarities between Mao Tao's Namekian and what we saw last set from Barlos. Both had access to Total Detonation Ball, Vanishing Ball, I believe, as well.
Yeah, when I first saw this Namekian set by Mao Tao, I was thinking, Barlos would probably like this one, off of the fact that it has Vanishing Ball alone, but also like he's running some pretty interesting supers. Heroic Assault is a very good neutral tool, and Bombardier X is great for single tick damage to get the hard knockdown on the Namekians, and Total Detonation Ball is great to be a little bit more evasive and to be able to escape damage while you're trying to sit pretty at the Namekian percent. So definitely a very not the most optimal, especially like this rule set. Optimal is kind of we haven't figured it out yet, but definitely a coherent build that's gonna help him hopefully to even up the set in the upcoming match. Just waiting on Moto to rejoin, and we Alright. Send him another invite just in case. It should not be taking this long to just change an accessory.
I did.
Alright. Alright. Just a minute. he didn't know it was required. He didn't read the motherfucking rules, brother. Oh, while we're at it,
Was he like? Did you think the Halo during the sign up process was just like, you know, for the aesthetic purposes?
yeah. I mean, I took that screenshot with his save, so maybe he just he didn't realize. Man, just I also took the opportunity to mention to him that Sacred World of the Kai, Supreme Kai World, whatever you want to call it, is a required map. It's the closest we got to the Otherworld, so that's what we're going with. And I also think it makes for some pretty interesting dynamics. We saw earlier with Onion's match, Total Donation Ball rising from the water to block the opponent's line of sight. That shit's very interesting. I think I think it's always good when people use the water to break line of sight for creative strategies. So it suits CAC maps very well, or CAC matches very well. He is alright, Kaio. He's just changing his accessory and taking a really long time to do it. That's why.
It's like a load-bearing Halo. If he has to put it on, then everything breaks. That's my theory.
What Super Soul? Bro. All right. I really don't love Barry.
He's in.
All right, he's in.
Man, it's hard to spam that with a keyboard. But anyway,
you're a keyboard bro for this one. All right. Let's get going. Oh my god, he's pinging me. Yeah. All right. Everything good. And we are in. Already some crazy fast stamina expanded by Moto. And I'd like to point out the difference in HP between these two guys. Moto is of course going for max height, max HP investment, max max QQ bang in terms of health, and Kaio is just like he basically doesn't have a green bar of health. So in a timeout situation, this might come into his favor, but throughout the match, in a KO situation, it'll be a little surprising if he managed to pull through.
The match takes on a completely different flavor going into this one. Already, Kaio's on his last bar of health. Few, if any, recovery options in sight. Meanwhile, Mountow's sitting pretty, not even half a bar gone.
Yeah. But we've seen before that Kaio's able to deal an obscene amount of damage, and that's probably where most of his attribute points and QQ stuff went.
Oh, the knockaway into the total detonation ball, just adding up the damage.
Yeah, forcing out the evasive is the most treacherous part. Kaio doesn't have any of the moves. Oh, the total detonation ball for the finish. All right. So we even at the score, 1-1 match point between these two contestants, and that was a very different look in that match indeed. Not only just the Halo, just Moto was playing to his strengths very, very well. Kaio, and he was exploiting the fact that knockaway supers are deadly against Kaioken, especially if you don't carry any of the supers that can be used as evasives. So a lot of Kaioken builds in this tournament are packing Powered Shell or Demon Ray or both, because if you use them while you're in juggle, you can use it as an evasive, and the cost will be decreased by the Kaioken level that you're in. Unfortunately, Kyle did not have either of those, so he just used his 2-bar evasive, and that's rapidly decreasing his Maltao. Maltao. Okay, Kyle, just kill him. Redo the set, please. Just or either of you, just kill each other and redo the set on the correct map. Maltao, do not choose the wrong map again, or I will take a point off of you.
And it was chosen to be done on the guy with the highest health bar, of course.
That's fine. That's fine. Kaio has a lot of damage. Oh my god! I remember talking to him about this because I think Godly Display is. I mean, I don't like it as an ultimate just because it's so prone to just randomly dropping connection, and but Kaio in practice matches he managed to hit that even in a 1-bar connection. So I was a little baffled, but he seems to be justifying his choice. So let's see if he's able to put it to use in this upcoming match. Let's get this started.
All right, onward to game 5 of our 3-game set.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Well, some early neutral exchanges. Very nice, perfect block there by Kaio. Those Namekian back hits are very treacherous, but ooh, goes for the charge heavy and punishes the punish attempt with Heroic Assault. Heroic Assault just so good in this tournament so far.
I was just really impressed by how quickly it activated.
Yeah, the counter portion is pretty speedy. Underwater. Kaio goes underwater, opts in instead of firing a super. He has bending Kame, he has Kairos Cannon. Does not go for either of those. Gets fucked there in the Heroic Assault.
I wish I had seen him go for a manual advantage instead of that evasive there. Kind of depletes a lot of his resources now as we enter into this next stage of the match.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. You know, there's a lot of mental energy that you have to double hit.
That did twice? Oh my goodness me. This is suddenly taking a much better look here for Kaio.
Kaio misses a window for a self break.
Yeah, I don't think he's going for that, weirdly enough. I think he just wants to zone without getting staggered, as that would make the Kairos cannonballs go away. Yeah, very interesting use of super armor there.
Just in time managed to get that P block, as he had to go into times 20 in order to get out of Kaioken. A necessary move with how low his stamina got.
Yeah, but now his stamina is very... Yeah, he doesn't have much stamina at all. Oh, Maltao goes for the back hit there. Kaio holds the force shield just a little bit to protect him from the total detonation ball, but a grab will seal the deal. Unfortunately, Maltao advances to winner semifinals.
An interesting game 3 to be sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's get both next contestants in, Jack and then the Dango. Yeah, just waiting on him, as usual. Maybe someone needs to jump scare him with a Steam call. All right. All right, I'm Steam calling him. Click it. Is this another episode of Jack Goes to McDonald's or some shit? This guy is he's streaming his POV on server VC. I gotta look at what's happening there.
In the meantime, we can take a look at what builds these contestants are going into this match with. On a cursory glance, I noticed that Jack's actually rolling in with 3 CACs. A male Earthling, a male Saiyan, and a Namekian. Namekian
Alright.
set. My Dango left too. What the heck?
Yeah. Gonna do myself versus Lad, or Zeno rather, because Jack apparently was here. Like he just disappeared. According to everyone on VC, like he was there, and next second he just went AFK. So yeah, a little bit of a weird situation, but it's fine. We'll have my match against Zeno Mesa, and hopefully Jack comes back to the start of the next set. Just loading content real quick. So yeah, Zeno, he finalized his builds today, had some issues with the QQ bangs, and he's bringing a male Saiyan, a Namekian, and a female Majin. Meanwhile, I'm bringing a Freezer Race, a Namekian, and a female Majin as well. So let's see. Probably should be a fairly interesting match. We've played in practice, and it was some pretty fun Xenoverse. So look forward to it. I'm accepting the invite as soon as my game loads.
I am pretty interested by Zeno's male Saiyan. It looks like it's running a bit of a mixed set. Which seems to be most of those points are going towards Meteor Explosion pretty much exclusively.
Yeah, he's running Super Galacon, which I think is a premier Key Blast ultimate in this tournament, as well as stuff like Revenge Final Flash, Genocide Shell, Power Shell. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice stuff. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself. Good luck, Zeno.
And that Zeno had controller issues, but has now fixed them. We'll see how well that holds true. Alright, Psyker opening up with his Frieza race. I actually got to see a little bit of this during the lead up to this tournament. Always nice to see some underrepresented, CAC races entering these tournaments. Looks like Psyker's got a bit of something cooking. Starting off with the Broly Super Soul that allows him to have his full key resources right off the bat. And now he has a lot of advantage going into this opening to the match. Throws out an evil flame right off the bat. I thought that was pretty funny. Seems to be, just like a very nice one-tick super. Oh, as well as crazy finger shot. That'll be very helpful for damage output and combo extension. Looks like Zeno's happy to try and go for some cheeky homie key blast plays in order to get off some nice grabs or combo starters. But as it stands right now, he has some stamina usage having been done, while Psyker is still practically at his full resource count. Another grab from Zeno, but at the same time, he does not have a lot of stamina to his name. I think he was trying to get some just enough. Oh, he was going for a self break, but Psyker's able to punish it twice, as well as the LB. This may not kill, but Psyker will be able to get a tremendous amount of health off. Oh my goodness, that was almost a kill shot there, but Zeno was able to get his stamina back just in time. Oh, from afar, he snipes him with the burst attack. Gets a pretty significant amount of damage off the Psyker didn't quite want to have happen. The Freezer Race pummels with Evil Flame once or twice. We see a little bit of adaptation from Zeno now. He's kind of being a little bit more aware of Psyker's evasive. And mostly just setting up a couple of his zoning options. I like that. He goes for the homing key blast, tries to make Psyker P-block it, and while he's in the blocking pose, attempt to go for a grab. But Psyker just stays ahead of it. Stays at good range, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Strafes out of the way. Oh, but is not able to get that sweep on the Evil Flame. Once again, yeah, it's just a very entertaining neutral that Zeno's throwing out here. Ooh, just able to evade that, or get out of the way of what could have been a kill confirm from Psyker there, just with the use of his stamina. One good hit will do it now. Psyker's fully aware of that. One grab, one wayward dashing H. He gets around Zeno's guard, smacks him. That's first point of the set. It seems that against the neutral that Psyker was able to put out with his Freezer Race and the Super C had equipped, the homie key blast and then approach method that Zeno was employing, possibly not going to be the thing to win this set. I might expect to switch perhaps to his Namekian. We'll just have to see. Alright, indeed, we have Zeno switching over to his Namekian. He actually breaks away from the standard sets we've seen from the other Namekians in this tournament so far. No total detonation ball, but he does have access to Sonic Kick, Gamma Impact, and Paralyzed Beam, as well as Tri-Beam. So we might see some fun Tri-Beam plays going on here, but that'll just depend on whether Psyker's able to let him get it off. Speaking of trying to get it off, Psyker attempts the that nice Beerus super attack that will guarantee a stamina break. I believe he was very enthusiastic about the opportunity of trying to do that, you know, in conjunction with the Freezer Race grab, but Zeno was able to avoid it. Oh, P blocks fly as Psyker is staying mostly ahead of the Sonic Kicks being thrown out, but that last interaction kind of squandered that as they enter back into neutral, looking for a different thing. These guys we are definitely seeing a very different neutral from Zeno right now. Throwing in some Sonic Kicks, trying to go for the regular old key stun, then approach game. Evasive after evasive, Psyker throws out, leading him to have a bit of a stamina disadvantage. Zeno just showing him, hey, you can't go and try and show me a cheeky, crazy key blast. I am going to P block it. You don't have to worry about that. Just certainly heightened aggression overall from Zeno here. Oh, but Psyker is just consistent about P blocking these retaliation Sonic kicks. Just barely able to roll out of the way. I suppose it wouldn't have made too significant of a difference, but that probably... Oh my goodness, the grab tech on the Gamma Impact. Yeah, feeling a little bit, you know, cheated out of it. We see Zeno try to go for it time after time again. Goes for the Raccoon evasive there, gives him a couple stat boosts, but mostly it's just you get Psyker out of the way. Just under 3 minutes remain in the match. We see our first Tri-Beam coming out from Zeno, getting a decent chunk of damage off on Psyker. And it's much more poke-centered in this neutral at the moment. Psyker manages to land a self-break, but will he get punished severely for it? Not too bad, not too bad. Unfortunately, he did have to use up his limit burst, but this match definitely feels a lot different for Zeno right now. Punishes the evasive with the God of Destruction's Anger, followed by the Revenge Death Ball. That's Psyker. Oh man, just complete coverage in that situation. Psyker had all the tools at his disposal, and he uses it to take this set 2-0. I very much enjoyed the play from both players, but you know, sometimes when you get, you know, option after option taken away from you, it can just be a snowball of epic proportion.
GG, lad, and I hope you do well in the loser's bracket. All right. Up next, we have. I'm gonna just assume we haven't heard from Jack yet.
Did at least send out another invite just in case.
All right. So let's do Felix and Barlow's in case that doesn't go through. Let's see. I haven't heard anything from Jack. All right.
So in that case, Felix Barlow's?
Yeah, Felix Barlow. Felix.
Alrighty.
Someone be sure to ping me when Jack shows up. Hopefully soon, Malto. Felix, I'm so glad you clipped that. I wondered what it looked like on this stream POV. Felt so nice to punish that evasive.
The overhead. Oh, actually, which punish was that? Was that the? Because I remember the thing that's sticking in my head was the. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I blocked the evasive, and I found out during this week of training that it has a punish window, so just exploited that. It looked awesome. Very happy about it.
Oh, all right, JJK and Dango then.
Oh, they're in there. Oh my god.
Yeah,
They
while I was
in while we're looking. Yeah. All right, Dango's female Saiyan versus Jack's male Earthling. Yeah, the up kicks.
Male Earthling will always be probably my highest potential character in the game. Probably would be the highest performing race of CAC. Just such lightning fast and high priority, neutral moves. It's exceptional.
Yeah,
Just exceptional.
absolutely. Absolutely, the up kicks, and he's also backing the Dodon Ray, which might pass off as a low budget death beam, but it doesn't cost any key, so he can just throw those out to supplement his neutral at any given point. And Dango's already seem to be having a lot of trouble dealing with that.
I kind of like his use of Dodon Ray. It's a little bit, dangerous to use in neutral, but he has Kaioken to kind of patch that weakness up. And if he's able to connect it, that means, combo starting, etc., etc.
Absolutely. Ooh, the Saber Slice here from Dango does not manage to connect in neutral, however, and Jack is now... Both of them are sitting in pretty even stamina situations, but Jack, of course, has Kaioken, so he has that many more vanishes. Unless he doesn't, and the Sign of Awakening! Oh, but it procced even through the armor. Dango pops his own armor burst. Jack, looking to self-break, did not manage to get it. Oh, he's gonna self-break now, I imagine. Oh, no. So, 3 bars of stamina versus a full bar. Dango definitely has an opportunity here to gain a lot of advantage in this match. Should be able to catch Jack just a couple times, but remains to be seen whether he's gonna be able to.
He has the right key amount for another Kaioken if he chooses to go for it.
Oh, Saber slicing into neutral, managed to slice him away from the ground, does not get that stamina recovery anymore. Trades with Sonic Kick, does not manage to punish the evasive, but still looking pretty good here is Dango. But is that a Fighting Sun? Holy shit. Well, that does increase your stamina recovery, but Dango has lost access to his supers and evasives in activating that. Very interesting choice there by him, but he does manage to gain a lot of stamina back, and it's not looking too bad for him.
At first, I was wondering why JJK hasn't wanted to go for Kaioken this late in the match, but now I kind of understand it. Doesn't want to go for, doesn't want to have that higher damage taken weight on his head. And that's probably what allowed him to last long enough to get the first point of the set.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Dango, that Sign of Awakening did false confirm, so he was punching air for a little bit, and that, unfortunately for him, didn't work out so well. Alright. Jack takes game 1.
I'm wondering what he was cooking with that Fighting Sun.
He needs this shit. Breathe. Okay, Jack. Well, yeah, no, the Fighting Sun was interesting. I think he was just eyeing the higher stamina recovery, and it like Jack didn't exploit it in a way that he needed the evasive doing that, so it ended up working out fairly well for him. Just not well enough as that Sign of Awakening false hit confirmed and got punished. Dango will be now going to his Male Saiyan, and I think that's his comfort pick for sure. Very used to the Male Saiyan strings. We've seen him bring him to even like regular Otherworld tournaments, and he has a pretty solid set that I think will be, hopefully, we'll see it match up well here in this situation.
I do appreciate that attempted punish with the stamina break on the Kaioken activation, but he's just able to move out of it too quickly. Through this series of rapid neutral engagements, both contestants are practically at full key resources.
Yeah, those clashes are getting them so much key and stamina back. That's why their stamina values are so high so far. Ooh, ha. Bro, oh, yeah. I was gonna say, like, he has full key, but Ha also boosts your strike super damage, I believe, or just super damage in general. Spear Slash does not manage to get anything with that. Will grab, probably, no grab follow up there, not close enough to the wall. Will go to the ground to regain some stamina, but will get promptly Sonic Kick away. Jack turns off the Kaioken, realizing like he's losing too much stamina from Dango just not engaging, and definitely a correct choice here, I believe, but remains to be seen if he's not gonna miss it very soon.
He missed it.
He missed it.
And pretty smart, you know, he's able to get a bit of stamina back, gets the advantage on Dango, so now he can have Kaioken to just compound on that. But it'll just all depend on how Dango lets him, you know, take advantage of neutral.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe he's bringing, he's activated ×1 Kaioken, or ×2, or however you want to call it, like the base level, and while that's not doing him much in terms of stamina, like not even a big downside to it, he is getting more ki regeneration thanks to the Super Soul. So maybe that's why he activated like that.
He'll definitely need it if he wants to keep up his Sonic Kick Assault.
Yeah, absolutely. Dango's back against the wall right now, trying to make something happen because this is not. Oh, this could be. Oh, does not go for the break.
Prefers guaranteed damage, I suppose.
I mean, I think Dango's burst. Oh, no. I was thinking of the previous match. Yeah, Dango activates his burst. Oh, Sonic Kick will be hurting that much more in health burst activated scenario. Oh, these guys are fighting so rapidly. Dango goes for the Sign of Awakening parry, does not manage to get it.
Dango's probably aware that breaking Jack in this moment would... Wow. Same brain.
That was cool. That was cool. That was just genuinely cool.
Too cool for Dango to handle.
Oh, no. Dango will get his evades with perfect blocks, and that is it. Jack takes game 2. All right, Jack, your match won't come up anytime soon. You can go. All right, up next is Felix versus Barlow. Let's get them both in here. I didn't need to know that, Jack, if I'm being honest.
I'm not looking at chat, but...
You're doing better than I am then. Alright, just waiting on Felix and Barlows, I believe. Alright, they're both in here. Not yet, Moto. Yeah, you're up next, so be on the lookout. All right, Namekian versus Namekian. Yes, sir. You know, I don't get to say this about Felix's builds very often, but I really like this one that he's bringing. I think it's a very interesting concept, and hopefully he'll get to showcase why. I feel like words might not do it justice. Oh, brother. Maybe
Just
won't.
a simple case of overprediction. Leads to
Yeah.
a very high damage punish to start off this match, and already an LB coming out. It's a nice manual vanish in order to force out some stamina from Felix.
Yeah. This is... Oh, another grab. Goes for Beast? Yes. Still have time to break him, Barlos? Bro.
The air is broken, but not Felix.
Oh, brother.
Well, now Felix has access to the highest damaging transformation in the game, or at least
Actually,
one that goes equal with Evolved.
Actually, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution is still higher damage. But, that being said, power scaling bros, Beast is doing pretty good here. Oh. Oh shit! He hit him through the Genocide Shell? Just barely.
Just threading the needle with that total detonation ball.
Yeah.
Just beam struggles all over the place. But
yeah.
there goes Barlos out of ammunition, which allows Felix to just start wailing as well.
Yeah. These guys, Barlos is pretty close to the making percent. Felix is still pretty healthy, and it's gonna be taking a lot out of Barlos to really get anything done here.
He still has the advantage of the heightened damage taken while in beast mode, though, correct?
Oh yeah. Felix is taking extra damage for sure. I don't remember the exact values, but yeah, that's one downside of Beast. Oh, Barlos doesn't hold a force shield long enough. Will get pierced through by the Revenge Final Flash.
Possibly gets his life saved by that grab.
Yeah. Oh, Milky Cannon blows up Genocide Shell. I didn't know that. Makes sense though. If I'd known that, I would have used that instead of Fuel Flame. But that's just knowledge for you.
Oh, misses the opportunity for a
could've
break.
break him. Oh my god, the brutal burst, but the brutal buster charge into Last Emperor. Oh my goodness. All right, I guess that's it. Felix takes game 1, and I guess I can go on and explain Felix's build now. It's the idea behind it is the fact that every team that gets powered up at low health percentage also gets powered up at the Namekian percent. It's the same threshold, 25% HP. So his idea is activating Beast, getting Stamina Broken on purpose, and fighting from Namekian percent with Revenge Final Flash, with Last Emperor, with all these things that Brutal Buster, all these moves that get powered up by being at low health.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's generally pretty cool.
Arlo says, "No, sir. I want that run back."
Yeah, goes for the Namekian yet again.
Felix able to open up with like a strong back hit to lead into this combo here.
Yeah, Namekian back hit honestly cannot be overstated how good it is. It might not be the best back hit among all the CCs, but it has to be up there. It's just so it reaches so far, and it honestly is just very hard to deal with sometimes.
I like that almost immediately Felix was taking advantage of Kaioken's weaknesses by just going into these instant knockbacks into a super that he would have to evasive out of, or suffer increased damage from Kaioken.
Yeah. Oh, and he can't regenerate stamina because he's not. Oh my god. He's gonna finally get stamina broken through Kaioken. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The visuals were a little bit misleading there. Haven't seen something like that since Universe 1, but will finally be knocked down to the making percent.
Attempting to just on his wake up end this match as quickly as possible, not letting Barlos have the opportunity to make the advantage of his Namekian percent. Yowza.
Oh, and punishes the Confusion Blade with Milky Cannon. Felix takes game 2 pretty decisively so.
In my mind, I just hear the Budokai 1 Ginyu voice line, Milky Cannon, like every couple seconds.
Hell yeah. Alright, just gonna double check with Felix. Felix, huh? Why are we, okay. We could do Maltao versus Felix if Felix doesn't mind fighting back to back. I'm just gonna double check with him. He's probably listening to this, so I'll be seeing his message anywhere very soon. Where's Felix on Steam?
Right?
He's offline on Steam. That's weird. Felix. Back. Alright, just messaging him on Discord, making sure everything hunky dory. Okay, you invite Felix again. He can fight yet again.
All right.
All right.
Still can't message him.
Yeah, I just messaged him on Discord. Oh, yeah, he probably joined game and yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Namekian versus Namekian yet again. Felix versus Maltao. Maltao did pretty good for himself in his previous match. Let's see if he managed to take down Felix's revenge Namekian. And there it is. Don't think I'm the same as before is Baby Soul, and it will reduce Felix's damage taken by a pretty big amount. Oh my god. And allows him to survive the break punish in most cases. Oh my god. Oh my god, he just does it then and there. I don't. Wow. Yeah, yeah, just kill him. Oh, why wouldn't you? Man, I think Felix didn't realize that was gonna kill him. I think he just underestimated the damage he was about to take. And, well, it works out in Maltao's favor. He just finishes the matchup, giving Felix no opportunity to burst. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. goes for Beast. Will have to eat a few of these Vanishing Balls. To Namekian percent he goes, but I think he'll be forced to Limit Burst. He doesn't want to, but there it is. Attack Burst, not what we often see on Namekian, but with Beast, he's gonna be dealing just so much damage. Oh my god, look at that. That's a bar of health just gone like that. Oh, breaks him with the Brutal Buster. Forces the Limit Burst. Felix now playing from the Namekian percent. Ooh, double P block. Yeah, but unfortunately... Oh, Maltao flew into Genocide Shell. Felix takes game 2. Oh my god. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Felix is definitely one of the most consistent players we have, and he's just he adapted pretty nicely to that first round. Forced to use up the Limit Burst, but managed to hold on to the neutral, and just it's just so tough to overcome. Even a sort of gimmicky setup like this can prove pretty troublesome in the hands of Felix.
Indeed, indeed.
Maltao goes for the charge heavy instead of the reverse burst dash, just to not waste his own stamina. And there it goes. Felix is now at the making percent. Managed to conserve his burst this time around though.
I love the burst dash in order to get through the revenge final flash.
Absolutely. Maltao is just trying to deal as much single take damage as possible. He goes for that burst dash into total detonation bomb just because he knows Felix is gonna try to really oh my god, he gets broken yet again. He hadn't learned. He didn't learn.
He has too much stamina. Could this kill?
Oh yeah, that's stunt stamina regeneration, by the way. Revenge final flash into Last Emperor. Cinematic finish here for Felix.
I can't believe we actually got to see the cinematic. Oh my goodness.
Dramatic finish. Felix finishes off Maltao, advances to winners finals.
Clearly the camera was biased, but that was a pretty
was
very entertaining set.
That was very satisfying. Holy shit. Alright. Up next is myself and Jack. And hopefully he is done with yeah. Alright. GG's to both Felix and Maltao. Best of luck to Maltao in losers bracket.
Let's send out the invites.
Yeah, myself versus Jack. Let me toggle the bracket as match in progress, and here we go. Alright, good luck, Jack. Good luck, me, because I'll surely need it. Muting myself, and let's get into it.
Our match is underway. He's certainly looking spiffy. Psyker opens up with some good stamina forcing from JJK, but ultimately has to do advantage himself. JJK doing well to stay out of the way of Psyker's back hits. Just allowing himself to get, attack after attack going on. Evasive after evasive going after each other. It's just necessary in order to avoid getting hit by these strong one-tick supers that JJK keeps throwing out. Wow. I suppose that was a nice barrier move that Psyker threw out, allowed him to get a little bit of extra damage out from that, his neutral skill that he has going on. I see. So while he's protected, he's able to, pepper on damage with that skill. Oh, Psyker's able to catch him after the stealth break, but is not able to punish him as he goes for the armor burst. He's going to have a pretty nice free stamina reset combined with some significant damage coming out through total detonation ball. Psyker has some health regeneration as well coming out through the Super Soul that's paired with the barrier move, but ooh, he is just not able to get what he wants out of there. A very nicely timed LB saves Psyker's life, but now he's going to have to find a way to not get killed here. He's able to roll out of the way of that stamina break confirm. And JJK is just not letting him have a single health point come back for free. One Sonic Kick will seal the deal as JJK takes the lead in the set. I just feel like he was a little bit too reliant on, I believe it was Heroic Barrier or something along the lines. And JJK just knew to just go in with a boost dash or a dashing H, and that he can just keep on playing his game of total detonation ball as much as he wanted. Hero's Flute. Psyker choosing to run it back. We can see immediately he has a decent enough health advantage to start off the match. Psyker's wanting to be a little bit more careful and neutral to possibly, take advantage of that. But it's all going to matter on how he's able to get Jack's health down himself. Ooh. We can just see that every piece of JJK's set here just works together in order to enable him to more effectively throw out his double detonation ball. Little bit of health recovery from Hero's Flute, combined with the Super Soul. But he's just not able to get too much mileage out of it. But on the bright side, he does have a little bit of JDK's ki going away now. They have pretty low ammunition when it comes to their super skills. JDK punishes the Hero's Flute immediately. Man, as the choice of male Saiyan is also just fantastic for this. Not only does he have, you know, the dashing H as do the other races, but he also has a fantastic LH, which if you wanted to throw out a knockaway super, that is the race that you want to have for it. Through it all, JDK is able to whittle down Psyker to Namekian HP, but as he has his health burst coming back, depending on how well Psyker is able to play this, he should be able to get back at a pretty respectable health, while JDK fruitlessly throws out his super skills. Nicely, Psyker's able to get out of the Hero's Flute just in time to avoid Jack's attempted punish, almost taunting him from above as he continues trying to regain some extra health. Unfortunately, there's not much Psyker's able to do after using his evasive. Unlike JDK, whose Spirit Slash is fantastic for combo extending, Psyker's just kind of having to use his for defense mostly. Oh, the nice Orin combo clashes with JDK's attempted move. Ooh. But yeah, through it all, we're just constantly seeing it. Psyker is not getting the time he needs in order to get some meaningful regeneration out from his Super Soul. Psyker could smell blood in the water right now. 3 bars of stamina left for JDK. No ki to speak of. But JDK staying pretty well aware of that, staying out of range of Psyker's long back hits. Oh, unfortunately a clash is able to get JDK quite a lot of his ki back that he can continue using to pester Psyker. Psyker, again, tries to go for the, I believe, Sign of Awakening in order to get some cheeky, damage off. And it's also pretty safe to use. Oh, wow. I believe that was Turles' ultimate skill. I believe I may have been mistaken, actually. His Psyker's ultimate is... Yeah, he went for Meteor Burst there. Psyker just barely able to keep hold of his health now. Oh, the nice parry from the Orin combo, but it's not enough. JDK is able to punish it with his own evasive. Under 1 minute remains in the match. JDK is just heightening his aggressiveness to an unspeakable degree. With 40 seconds remaining, I highly doubt Psyker's will be able to equalize the health deficit now. JDK is just desperately trying to get in there to take out Psyker's last remaining bit of health. JDK does a little bit of block shuffling in order to stay in range and not get knocked away. Psyker only needs to get a tiny bit of health left, and he ought to regenerate enough health through his Namekian percent that he might be able to at least... Oh yeah, he's just getting tick after tick of minor damage out from his Hero's Flute. 5 seconds remain in the match. We have gone to time. Who has the higher health percentage left at the end of the match? It is JJK. We are doing a CAC tournament. We usually host these. They're called the Otherworld tournaments, where everyone goes in and enters with their own sets. This tournament is special as we are specifically limiting our contestants to only using the moves, skills, and transformations that are least used across all of our tournaments. The Raw Meteor Burst.
I meant went to Sign of Awakening, obviously. Yeah. Ah. GG, Jack. Yeah, I know I lived. Alright, up next is Felix and Jack.
All right.
Kaio, you can check the... Where is the Kaio? Anyway. Oh man. God fucking damn it. It's in band? Let me double check, I guess. You are correct. It must be an error. Oh brother. Wow. Yeah. I'm terribly sorry about that. It is ow. Yeah, that's an ugly one. Sorry. I mean, can't even rectify it now. The tournament's already ongoing. Shut up, reach out. It's not even... I don't even know if it's meant to be banned or not at this point. I'll double check later, but I'm terribly sorry. If you want to submit a second preset equipping it to run in losers bracket, I'll allow that, because that's totally on me. Anyone who wanted to have Sign of Awakening, yeah. All right. Well, either way, Felix versus Jack, or and it's probably good to Felix, but he is at the making percent with his revenge build. So it's up to Jack to really show that he can close out this match. He goes for the self break, but doesn't. It's just floating by. Felix can't really punish it, and Jack can't really accrue any sort of damage either. So match is pretty much on a standstill right now.
Ouch! Just happened to be in range of those, standing skills.
Yeah, Genocide Shell just happened to expire, and it blows up when it does, so it just damaged him then and there.
JJK happens to have a very nice set that can rival this Namekian with his high single tick super damage, but I guess in this case he didn't even need it. The grab dashing H follow up will be enough.
Yeah. Felix taking increased damage to Beast, unfortunately for him, did not work out.
So I'm kind of curious about the fascination with the end of Z Goku's outfit. Coincidence?
Oh, yeah. No. It's not coincidence. So basically, we allowed end of Z Goku outfit as like it is in the game. It was in the game before 6-star Kikyo Bangs were released, and it has positive of plus 18 without any negatives. The downside of it is that it's 3 arrows in every single attribute, so you do not get. Oh, he got knocked back. Felix got away unpunished. This is the worst case scenario for Jack. Holy shit. Uh, I'll talk about Yoshi Goku after. Oh my god. How can he recover from this? Felix has not expended his burst, has still potential for a stamina reset, and wow. Of course, for Felix, this is not entirely desirable, just off the fact that his supers are not powered up anymore. So until he gets to that the making percent, Revenge Final Flash will not be as strong as it could be. That being said, still pretty devastating scenario for Jack, because even those Namekian combo strings are going to be dealing devastating damage. And Perfect Block on the Spirit Slash will give Felix a lot more wiggle room in this matchup. Goes for the break, thinking Jack might be stunned for long enough. Don't think I'm the same as before. Activates Felix now on that Namekian percent, taking less damage. Oh, and Jack forced limit burst. This is a tricky situation for him.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Gets hit by the P block, followed by the meteor explosion, a grab type ultimate that he could not escape from.
Oh my god, that's such devastating damage. And the lingering Milky Cannon on the wake up. Perfect Okizeme is Felix as he takes game 2. Meteor explosion is allowed. I will. Yeah, I remember someone being puzzled that meteor explosion didn't get enough users to get banned. Oh, but it is. Oh my god. Yeah. I see that as well, Kaio. Well, whatever. We are. Okay, I see it. It's also. Oh man, how did I? Did I? What way? I'm just speechless. I have no words for how the allowed and banned lists are not checking out. I'm pretty sure I checked them multiple times over, but I guess
Jack using chat mid-match. Goes for the Super Vegeta again. Will be a nice way to boost the damage he gets from his total detonation balls, but last time he barely was able to get a few off at all.
Oh, the meteor explosion preventing the burst. That's gonna be a devastating amount of damage, and Jack is still gonna have to burst if he wants to live, unless, I mean, I know I frequently say the only HP that matters is 0, but surely, yeah, I was gonna say, surely this is pushing it.
I can understand that maybe he had to pause at the beginning of the match so that he could see what our, conclusion was on, meteor explosion in first place.
Well, oh fuck, I accidentally updated the score wrong. Alright. Felix takes the 3rd point in the set. Score now is 2-1. All right, getting into what could potentially be the last match of the set. Perfect blocks, flying across the place. Oh, honestly, Vanishing Ball, I didn't stop to compliment this, but LH into Vanishing Ball is a pretty strong combo under the current rule set that sort of went overlooked by other people, and I think it's definitely potentially a pretty strong combo. We already seen in previous matches how deadly Vanishing Ball can be in a break situation, and we can already see, oh my god, predicts the limit burst. Jack takes game 4. It is now match point for both contestants.
I like the speed that he was able to punish that with. I think the option that he chose was probably going to be like the best one he could have done, because I think maybe if he had gone for the evasive, like a Spirit Slash in order to counter it, that might have given Felix enough chance to like step away or something.
Yeah.
But in any case, here we are, 2-2.
Oh, Lehigh, you missed the sickest build, because oh, Felix is still going for it. It's still going for it. I mean, okay, so this build is really cool, which is quote unquote revenge Namekian. Felix just goes for Beast, gets his ass kicked until it's Namekian percent, and then plays from Namekian percent with powered up moves like Revenge Final Flash, Brutal Burster, Emperor's Last Emperor rather, and just baby Super Soul to ensure he survives the stamina break. It really is, Bruno. It's pretty much what you just said.
Some nice unavoidable damage with that P block, immediately followed by the Meteor Explosion.
Oh, dashing heavy into Total Detonation Ball doesn't even connect properly. Jack now in a pretty perilous situation. Felix tries to P-block the transformation, does not manage to get it, but Jack now still back against the wall on his last health bar and very little stamina to work with.
The opportunity is still there for JDK to take this. It honestly kind of depends on whether Felix chooses to go for the raw Beast transformation. It doesn't seem like that's the case at this point. Maybe he just feels like it's safer to go for what he's going for. Oh, the unfortunate whiff on the Total Detonation Ball. If Felix isn't careful...
Oh my goodness! Perfect blocking to Meteor Explosion. That's gonna deal a ton of damage, especially if the burst happens to run out. It does not, but oh my goodness.
Oh, clipped in the feet by the Vanishing Ball. Gets a pretty good amount of damage done onto Felix. But as far as JDK is concerned, it's all extra credit.
Oh my god. He can kill from this percent. He's trying to, oh my god, punish the burst, but don't think I'm the same as before. Will activate. Can Felix survive? He cannot. In an incredible turnaround, Jack takes game 5. Felix will be sent to losers. Oh my goodness. That was an incredible comeback. Incredible comeback.
What can I say? I'm very interested to see the mayhem that build will cause at the tail end of the loser's bracket.
Absolutely. Well, this marks the start of losers bracket. We can get both contestants in here. First round is Dandadango versus Onion.
Oh, whoops, accidentally invited Barlos. Ignore that, Barlos.
All right, Onion versus Dango. Let's get this match started.
On his Ryu from Streets outfit.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Oh my goodness, from afar, it actually looks really good.
I know, right? I feel like, does Ryu have a blue sash? Dango used to have a black one, but he changed it like right as he submitted the build for this tournament. Anyway, maybe it's a reference to a specific Street Fighter. I wouldn't know. Either way, this is Dango's Kaioken build, so I'm pretty much looking forward to the activation of Kaioken in... Oh, well, ask and he shall deliver, I guess.
Already
Dango...
making use out of that practically priceless manual vanishing to get ahead at neutral.
Yes, sir. Trying to bait a reaction. Ooh, Shockwave out of Onion. Oh, it's expected a punish, so doesn't really go for it. Any sort of follow-up.
Can Shockwave be followed up?
What do you say?
Can Shockwave be followed up?
Yes. If you hit it on block, oh my god, pressure sign will get manual vanish. It's Shockwave gets followed up by Key Blast, especially fast-acting ones. I'm assuming Onion wanted to use, I forgot what the name of... Oh my god, Meteor Explosion. I forgot what the name of the Goku Black Super is. Divine Retribution, I believe it is. I believe the idea is Shockwave knockback into Divine Retribution, but unfortunately it did not work out. Yeah, it can be followed up on block, yeah. You get the huge stun. Yeah.
It's over, bros.
Hello? Okay, fair enough. Onion just turned into a Sideman.
Which is kind of like an onion, I think.
Yeah, if you think about it. If you look at it from far away enough.
And if you're colorblind, you know. The boulder is too powerful for Onion's Key Blast to go through.
Dango's just hiding behind the rock.
As I would as well. Imagine this in real life. I would want to fight that.
Oh yeah. Have you heard the noises this thing makes in Breakers?
Sideman Solo's a Street Fighter universe.
Honestly, you're probably right about that. Holy shit. But the thing is, would Ryu actually be afraid to fight this thing? Maybe Dango's not acting in character, you know?
Dango's going for the safety back hits.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if he got Senna broken there?
You can do it, Onion. Go for the self-destruct. Revy wants it. Oh no, he's able to vanish the LB there. Goes for a cell break.
Sign of Awakening.
Dango laid it all on the
Will
line
he-
there.
Oh, she wrote. Yeah, that was a little scary for sure. The second Sign of Awakening unfortunately does not work. Goes for the heavy break, gets blocked, gets finished with a light break.
Dango, this is not getting on the montage, bro.
Oh,
He's too fast for him.
I just realized Anya might have picked Cyberman because Dango always gets blown up by Cybermans in breakers.
Oh my goodness.
The psychological warfare. Oh my god. Well, that is it. Onion is out of the tournament, and Dango will advance 2-0. We can keep Dango in here and bring on Zeno, his next opponent. Yeah.
I'm always so slow
Anya
at
has
this.
left, and there is Zeno bringing in here.
Alright, our contestants are in and we're ready to go. Seven matches remain in our tournament.
Hell yeah. And honestly, pretty good matches have elapsed so far between the contestants, and I'm really excited to see how this losers bracket is going to turn out. Man, I got ejected to title screen yet again.
Opening up with his male Saiyan, Dango is.
Yeah. Male Saiyan versus Male Saiyan. And both these guys are pretty proficient at it, I would say. So this should... Ooh, but walks into the Genocide Shell startup. This is already proving pretty rough for Dango. Oh, the energy shot does not correctly track his opponent.
That move has excellent tracking, but, you know, I think 90 degrees is pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, wall correction can always interfere in that sort of scenario, so it's just the way it goes. Burst dash, energy shot, bending Kame forces out the evasive. Zeno now on very little stamina. Oh, but he presses the second in, but on bending Kame does not recover fast enough.
Dango doesn't really have the key to try and go up against this Genocide Shell. Instead, just has to wait it out.
Yeah, Zeno plays a Genocide Shell, and Dango just lacking a way to contest it, forced to let him regen all that stamina. But being pretty good so far about forcing the stamina out of him. Spirit Slash, getting perfect block, so devastating. A 2-bar evasive that instantly turns into a 3-bar when that happens.
Rapid radial revolutions on behalf of both of these contestants as they try to land their respective standing dashing, or not standing, LHs.
Yeah. Oh, goes behind the Genocide Shell, but as it expires, it knocks him back. Goes for the energy shot. Gets... Oh my god. Evasive's flying through the place.
Dango hits the bullseye when it comes to the energy shot onto one of the balls of the Genocide Shell.
Yeah.
It also protects Zeno from the following bending Kame. Oh my god.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, but the powered shell coming out from Zeno. And that's, you know, it's a pretty good super in its own right. It can be used as a 3-bar evasive, and it's pretty excellent at it.
Part of me is wondering why we don't see Genocide Shell more often in regular Otherworld tournaments. It has been very helpful from all these guys just to create a strong zoning presence.
You know, I hope this is the outcome we see coming out of the back of this tournament. Moves that didn't get as much appreciation before, getting some appreciation now. Limit burst coming out of Dango. Pretty, getting grabbed, however, less than ideal, but will be able to possibly regen some HP. Goes for the bending company, does not manage to pierce through the Genocide Shell. A grab will protect him from the charge key blast, however.
A minute 30 remains in this match as these guys' health dwindles lower and lower.
Yeah.
Nice P block on the reverse bird stash. What
Very
does that
risky,
entail?
but-
You just have to
What's
what does that entail? P block in the reverse bird stash.
You step block, sort of like it's a little finicky. It can be a turnaround block or a step block, but it's more about timing than positioning, really. You just use visual cues to turn around and get the perfect block. Less than a minute remains in the match. This could potentially be a timeout situation in any other match, but with these two, you know it's not gonna be the case. And Dango clears it out with a light heavy into 2 energy shots. That was just the first round between these two guys. A 5 minutes on timer, and still pretty intense match between the two.
I was kind of surprised by how well Zeno's homie Key Blast juggling neutral seemed to work out for him. We might not see a character switch.
Yeah, he has in the making. He has a female margin, but it remains to be seen if he's going to be bringing either of those. He might just stick on the male Saiyan. As look, it always happens in these sort of environments, right? Where if you lose a match and you feel like, oh, but I could have just played better, you don't need to really make any adjustments. You just go at it. Sometimes it's the right choice, sometimes it's the wrong choice, but it is the choice Zeno will be making. He will stick by with his male Saiyan.
You know, I'm not sure I recognize the outfit that Dango's wearing.
That is Majin Buu pants, Android 14 stop, and Tapion's boots, I believe.
Always
That's
learning
what
something new
pretty-
about this game. I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think most people like Android 14's top just for the fact that it has the huge red ribbon logo and that piece of green cloth at the like around the belt. But it is a pretty good looking top, and you know, Dango sometimes comes up with some really cool drip. Pretty enjoyable stuff.
It took me so long to realize he has base energy charge to go along with Ha, just so that he has able to get out of it super quickly, but also has, you know, sort of equalized, you know, charging speed. Not to mention the other benefits that Super Soul allows him.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Ha will activate key auto recovery during the key charge, so he gets a lot of key charge doing it. Oh, bends around the Genocide Shell perfectly. Revenge Final Flash. Oh my god. It's so exciting to see all these underused skills just reading their heads. Bending Kame versus Revenge Final Flash. When was the last time you've seen that in a CAC match?
Cannot say I know.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. Oh, very nice energy shot there, but the Keystone will unfortunately knock Zeno out of the knockback from the energy shot. A quick grab will send Dango away, and setting up homie Key Blast, setting up Genocide Shell, but immediately steps out of it. tries to go for the grab, but does not manage to get it. His stamina is looking a little bit worse for wear, but still leading in terms of health, so not the worst situation to be in is Zeno right now.
Wisely,
Charge
Zeno
the
steps out of the
heavy.
way instead of trying to block it.
Yeah. Another very nice grab there by Zeno. Oh, the bending Kame does not bend enough this time around. Hits his face on the Genocide Shell. Pops the Limit Burst, knowing he needs to get a health lead here to force Zeno to advance out of him. We'll get a really nice grab into Energy Shot into a perfect block on the evasive. This might be a game-winning situation for Dango if he's able to capitalize on it further. Health situation looking pretty much even between these two guys. Baits the grab, does not manage to get the light heavy, however. Will toss out a grab of his own.
Against the wall, he's able to get a combo follow-up.
Yeah, goes for the burst dash, tries to follow it up with an energy shot, but will be met with an evasive.
I like that. He tries to be sneaky with throwing the bending kames through the water surface, but you know he's able to kind of keep track of it well enough to not get hit. Would have been disastrous, especially as his timer grows smaller and smaller.
Yeah, this is another timeout between these two. Or another almost timeout, should I say. Little to no health and stamina is Zeno right now. Dango has the upper hand, and with the ticking timer, if you're Zeno, you have to be pressured to aggress. As he does, he meets with the bending Kame, and Dango will take game 2.
A surprisingly hardy set between these two contestants.
Very hard fought set, very good Xenoverse from both players, and yeah, thank you so much, lad, Zeno. I hope to see you in future tournaments. The next match will be Kaio versus Barlos, so let's get both contestants in here.
Alrighty then.
Alright, Kaio's in here, just waiting on Barlos.
Hopefully the glitch hasn't taken hold of Kaioken. You know, it kind of just seems like a situation where, like, oh, you know, sometimes he joins in and then it works.
Yeah, it seemed to be working fine just now, so
There we go.
Yeah, his TP has loaded in. Yeah. Kaio versus Barlos. Let's get this match underway. All right, Namekian versus Mel Saiyan. Barlos, of course, has his other CACs, or his other CAC. Kaio only has the one. Let's see if that's enough to overcome Barlos's Namekian.
I'm sure Kaioken is happy to have the opportunity to run back against a Namekian of a similar build to his first round fight. Let's just see how it works out for him.
Kaioken coming from Barlos. We might see Kaio going for his own Kaioken very soon.
That would be a nice way to sort of equalize the advantage that Barlos is experiencing from his own transformation at the moment.
Oh my god! He's so sick with it. What was that? The Kairos Cannon setting up perfectly in the Divine Retribution.
You don't see that every day.
You absolutely don't.
And it's allowed him to get a pretty nice stamina lead onto Barlos here.
Very, very true.
Every time he blocks it, that's a little bit of stamina damage that Barlos stacks onto Kaioken. Kaioken, the player.
Yeah. It's really is easier to call him Kaio. Oh, self break from Barlos. Goes for the Genocide Shell, so he's just content in trying to recover his stamina. Goes for the Burst Dash, and Kaio suddenly can't really add up to a punish here. Oh my god! I'm not sure how that interaction just played out, but Kaio is forced to limit burst to avoid the damage from the finishing ball. Oh, go
data
for the
input.
Data input. Oh my god. Definitely a very strange build Kaio has cooked up, but it seems to, well, I was gonna say it seems to be working out well for him, but unfortunately he gets total detonation ball out of Kairos Cannon. Barlos takes game 1.
I'm not sure what I would recommend as to Kaio going into this next, round of the set. He's had plenty of good outcomes and bad outcomes as a result of Kairos Cannon. It's just a matter of using it in a situation where you know that he's not just gonna vanishing ball you in the face after using it.
Yeah, like I definitely don't rate the Kairos Cannon very highly among zoning supers in general. I'd say, like, especially things like Confusion Blade, Genocide Shell, Milky Cannon can all be a lot safer to throw out and to gain more advantage. But Kaio has been using it to set up combos and extend combos in such a beautiful way that you just gotta respect the skill.
Nice job getting around Barlos in order to not get smacked by the combo. This time, here we are, Kaioken versus Kaioken.
Yes, sir. Both at full stamina too. They're gonna be getting the full benefits from Kaioken right out of the get-go. Random evasive there by Barlos, maybe a misinput. You have to wonder. Tries to turn off his own Kaioken, recognizing that he is sitting at a lower stamina situation. Ooh, the bending Kame, point blank.
Kaio sitting at an exceptional stamina and health advantage here.
Goes for the times 20 Kaioken Kamehameha.
One of my favorite ultimates.
Forces the limit burst out of Barlos. And now this is looking pretty dicey for Barlos. As the first match was very dominant in his favor, now this one looks all but in Kaio's. Barlos on the outside looking in right now, just trying to get some sort of resource advantage here, but well, while he's sitting in the Namekian percent, so it's definitely not the end of the match, still being forced out of his stamina time and time again, and just sitting at low stamina in general, this is not looking good for him.
Wisely, Kaio chooses not to finish up that skill, probably seeing that evasive coming.
Yeah. A grab will seal the deal, however, and will give Kaio the point that he needed to stay alive in this tournament. Match point now coming up in the all-important game 3 between these two contestants.
Someone's getting eliminated.
Yeah. We've yet to see the... is it a male Saiyan from Barlos? Yeah, it is a male Saiyan. We've yet to see his... He seems to be very comfortable on the Namekian, and let's see which CAC he's gonna turn up with. Very good options in both of his builds, so let's see what he decides to go with.
At long last.
And there it is. Pretty drippy male Saiyan, I would say. And out he comes with this character choice of his that we have not yet seen. Seems like he's sporting pretty similar supers to his Namekian, so it's mostly on account of that male Saiyan neutral with Super Saiyan and the Now I'm Mad Super Soul that we seen Jack use earlier in the tournament. Burst Dash will delete the Kairos Cannon pellets there, so a Clash I think will do the same. So pretty unfortunate for Kaio, but that is the weakness of that super, especially to use it in such an aggressive way.
Both contestants really hoping to get some nice guaranteed damage off from the grab.
Yes.
Neither quite able to get it on the other. Oh my goodness, the simultaneous transformation.
Kaioken versus Super Vegeta. Both pretty strong transformations in the context of this tournament. Kaio donning the Kaioken Super Soul, while Barlos is donning the... I believe it's Super Saiyan exclusive Super Soul, Super Saiyan transformations. Maybe it's all Awokens, but yeah, Now I'm Mad will give him just that little bit more damage, key recovery, while increasing his damage taken, of course.
I suppose both of these contestants are in a similar boat then.
Yeah, absolutely. Though it should be said that Super Vegeta will mitigate the damage he takes, especially on the Ki Blast side. So it's not that clear, but he will get some neutrality in terms of defense.
Clash after clash. A battle of mustard and ketchup.
Yeah.
Is that Emperor's Blast?
Yes, sir. Emperor's Blast. Pretty solid skill, I would say. Has health armor, has single tick damage, and is a combo confirm. Pretty good in terms of back hit supers, or even supers in general, I would say. Oh, had the opportunity to go for a grab there, does not do so. Kaio is gonna set up Kairos Cannon and just go to the ground to regain some of his own stamina. Oh, but cannot block during super armor, forced to take that brunt of the damage, it feels like. Will be forced to evasive. Last 4 bars of stamina will toss out a raw times 20.
Fortunately, it cancels out before he can get punished too severely for it.
Yeah. Showing to be a surprisingly safe ultimate. Oh, the alternating kept tracking there. Barlos does not get punished for it. Tries to go for the detonation ball. Does not manage to get it. But Kaio now, yeah, a grab will do it. Barlos takes game 3. Will advance further into losers bracket.
What an exciting set between both of these contestants.
Yeah, that one was a banger for sure. All right. Up next we have Moto and then Dango. Thank you so much for coming, Kaio. Hope to see you in future tournaments.
Okay. Now I know Malta's gonna, be stuck on his Namekian because it's all he brought. But what do you think you might see from Dango going into this next set?
Oh, that's a tough question. We've practiced again. Both me, Dango, and Maotao were practicing a lot throughout the week, and I mean, all of Dango's builds are pretty interesting. He used to run something a little bit different on his Earthling that I think would be a little bit more suited to the Namekian matchup. So I imagine he must be wondering himself right now what he's gonna be doing. Metal Saiyan could definitely be a pretty strong option for him, as well as that no Earthling. I'm not too sure about the female Saiyan, but if nothing else, he definitely has damage on that preset. So remains to be seen. All of his CACs are very well piloted by Dango, so we'll see what he chooses to go with in face of Moto's very, very strong Namekian.
Alrighty, we're about to be underway now.
All right, the Earthling it is. Let me double check what Dango might. Sorry.
The set begins. Dango already throwing out some strong Earthling normals that Malta's happy to try and answer with.
Yeah. Dango on his Mill Earthling is bringing Super Dragonfly, Powered Shell, and Heroic Assault. He used to have Demon Ray, which was a great move for loops, especially on this Namekian, but still fairly strong build, powered by Kaioken, and of course just well, seems like he's going for the Kaioken self break perhaps.
But that
Yeah.
break happens on Malta's terms.
Yeah, and a perfect block on the limit burst to add.
For his troubles, Malta's only able to really get 2 grabs of combo damage out of it. Oh, however, he's able to get a self break of his own.
Yeah.
Depending on how hard he's punished, Malta could be in a very nice situation by the end of this. Oh, or not.
Yeah, Meteor Explosion will definitely add on a good amount of damage, evening up the health situation just a little bit. Still, both bursts have been expended by both players in the first minute and a half of the match too. So remains to be seen if Dango's gonna have any way to seal this match. He's taking an incredible amount of damage just from those combos by Malto.
Heroic Assault has just been giving him so much help throughout this match and throughout his previous matches. Blue Hurricane.
Oh, he might have put. Oh my God.
Dango throws out the Shoryuken.
Thrown it out away. Oh, he still had his limit burst. I thought he had expended it, but the meteor explosion prevented him initially, and Maltao takes game 1. A very unfortunate situation there for Dango, but yeah, seems like just wasn't enough to get that stamina break on the Blue Hurricane. The limit burst was all Maltao needed to be back in that game. All right, here comes Dango on his Mel Saiyan this time around. Definitely agree with this choice. A grab into follow-up will already force Maltao to evade early, but will be met with these back hits. Fantastic back hit usage here by Maltao.
Dango's just been doing a pretty good job staying ahead of these kind of situations where Maltao's going through his combo string and he has to avoid or possibly even P-block that last, hit of the alternating, I believe. He just shows a good knowledge of what he can do, how he can evade in relation to his opponent.
Oh my God, this however will be an obscene amount of damage, forcing out the limit burst early by Dango. Forced out an evasive by Maltao. Oh my God, this alternating. Oh, 5 light 3 heavy from the Namekian. You don't often see that combo string, but it is a pretty solid one. Goes for the manual vanish to force to try and stamina break. Oh my God, the Ginyu Force special combo.
Maltao's stamina's back and at a very nice amount of health in relation to Dango.
Oh, the evasive also hits him back. Oh, this is another stamina break drop by Maltao. Should Dango be able to get a stamina break here, he could still be in this.
Whiffs the energy shot. Oh no.
Oh no. Devastating.
The grab is a small consolation.
Oh, does not manage to get a block or even a perfect block on that evasive. Ginyu Force special combo, trying to stamina break Maltao. Does not manage to get it. Oh, he tried to break him. He misinput the direction. He was on the block string. Almost managed to get the Ginyu Force special combo break, but he did the back hit version, and Maltao actually punished it. 2-0. Then the Dango, unfortunately, knocked out of the tournament.
A shame it had to end that way. What can you do?
Yeah, very unfortunate situation there. But, yeah. Hoping to see more of Dan in future tournaments. Up next is myself versus Barlow's. So let's get both contestants in the lobby.
Alright, the invites are sent. Whoever wins this set will be going up against Mao Tao in loser semifinals.
Alrighty. Best of luck, Barlos. Let's make this a fun match of the universe.
And it begins. Psyker opens up with his trademark female Majin. Taking a look at what he's entering with. Looks like his female Majin has access to Demon Ray, Powered Shell, Assault Vanish. Ah, it's a Kaioken set. Could be a nice opportunity to show off some extra longevity on his characters. But will that be enough to go up against the natural longevity that Barlos' Namekian exudes? Already forcing out some stamina from Barlos, as well as a very early stamina break. We might see a first burst. It depends. Barlos doesn't go for it. Oh, it looks like Psyker triggers a ×20 Kaioken. Not sure if that was fully intentional, but it allows him to have completely costless vanishes, manual vanishes, etc. Ooh, and very nice. The same effect applies to stamina using super skills, such as Powered Shell and Demon Ray. Oh my goodness, will we see a kill here? Having his Summer Armor Burst coming out without even being broken is just a very great situation for Psyker to be in. Oh my goodness, the Neo Tri-Beam, and it hits him. That's hilarious. Barlos could see a nice opportunity to regen some health here, but Psyker's not letting that happen, managing to even get a Demon Ray off, keeping him very close to death. Wow, in very nice fashion, Psyker takes the first point of the set, doing a pretty good job at dealing with the cards he was given, staying on top, even with the ×20 Kaioken, whittling down his stamina bit by bit. Just excellent use of his options, of his resources, to stay on top of that match.
Sudden notice here, but apparently Jack is forfeiting his grand finals match. So, bit of a weird scenario, but we might have to make losers finals into grand finals. We'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm muting myself for my next match.
Very strange, very strange. Now on the bright side, Barlos does have the option to switch around his picks, or perhaps stay on the same one. He'll have the extra knowledge of knowing that Psyker will be stuck on his Kaioken female Saiyan. Through this, he'll probably have a bit of extra time, extra preparation to know how best to deal with it. Moving onward to the male Saiyan. Could be very nice built-in access to strong knockaway supers that'll definitely put the hurt on a Kaioken user that mostly relies on being able to vanish as opposed to use their evasive. We'll see how this shakes out in this match. Clash after clash rejuvenates both of these guys is key. Oh, the Emperor's Blast coming out from Psyker, using the health armor provided to it to get a nice amount of damage off. In response, Barlos goes for Super Vegeta. Psyker isn't able to P-block it in time, gets knocked away. It's a very good situation for Barlos, but Psyker is not letting him get off spot free. Oh, wow, even with the Force Shield, the hitbox of Demon Ray lingers just long enough for him to get hit in spite of it. Oh, wow, he's got his transformation off, but Barlos is near death already, less than 1 minute into the match. With no transformation even necessary from Psyker, Demon Ray is all that he needs. Barlos doing a good job baiting Psyker as he descends to the ground, but still gets landed. Pretty devastating attack by Psyker. Will we see a burst? Indeed, and it's not punished by Psyker, but still, it seems like even one grab now will be able to kill him. At this point, Barlos is going to need almost perfect play in order to stay ahead of Psyker, get the win, punish his Elma Burst, and none of that happens. Psyker moves on 2-0.
GG's Barlos.
Have I mentioned that I love Kaioken? He didn't even use it that match, but still, just like knowing that you had that option to even further push your advantage was just amazing.
I really wanted to use it, but I could never, like, I was in the middle of combos without it, and then I ran out of ki, and I don't like turning on just like regular Kaioken because of the bug of the compounding drains, and yeah, but oh, I left out of the room, but it's me and Moto, so I'm joining game. You can just invite Moto.
The invite is sent. Okay, so are we treating this as a regular old best of 3?
Good question, actually. Yeah, I guess since losers finals will be grand finals, it's only fitting that this counts as losers finals. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna switch it to a best of 5. I'm gonna let Maltao know.
So excited by Psyker's performance. I'm just hoping that he keeps this momentum going as he goes up against Cupcake, the Namekian. In his first match, Psyker was able to do very well with this Frieza race pick, but it'll just be about how well he's able to stay on top of the total detonation balls, the etc. and etc. that Mauthausen Namekian has shown over and over again throughout this tournament. Ooh, the nice neutral tag with the crazy finger blast. Psyker didn't quite expect it to work. He doesn't follow it up. Uh-oh. It looks like we've had a bit of desync here. I believe from Mautau's perspective, at least. We're waiting for Sense to come back to this match. It looks like it has, I believe. Yeah, it has. Okay. A little bit of a hiccup there, but hopefully everything's alright now. Losers Bracket always has people from multiple different regions coming together in these tournaments. Psyker doing a really good job at not getting punished for the pretty generally long strings that Frieza races have. Ooh, tagged by the heroic assault, forcing the evasive. Both of these guys had pretty low stamina, but it looks like Psyker might take this up as an opportunity to get some nice... Oh, he doesn't even try to bother for the loop. He instead goes for the break into the Revenge Death Ball. What a fantastic punish onto there as well. Does he have enough ki to finish this out? Just barely not. And Mountow's able to get out of the way before the grab would have sealed the deal. Now Psyker has to be careful. Mountow is definitely within his own ability to punish this. Thankfully, Psyker's got the super armor burst. He does not have to worry about, you know, getting punished right off the bat. But he has to be careful. The Namekian percent remains as something that's hanging over his head. Psyker goes for the self break. They both burst dash at the same time. Psyker's wins out. The Evil Flame. Ooh, that match went down to the wire, but Mountail's able to take the first point of this best of 5 set. What a nail biter, oh my goodness. Trying not to be biased as we continue this set. I'm still in almost disbelief at how well Psyker was able to stay ahead in the combo, you know, fisticuff neutral. I'm not sure if staying on the Frieza race might be the best option, but it has proven to get him at least right on the doorstep of winning. All he has to do is make sure that he does not get himself in situations where he gets caught out many times by a total detonation ball. But with his evasive, it's difficult. It's very stationary. It's a 3-bar, so that's also just, you know, another risk. A lot of stamina usage coming out from Psyker for little reward. Constantly getting stunned at every opportunity. 20 seconds into the match, Psyker is at break percent. Ooh, a hard difficult, very injuring knockdown, followed by a total detonation ball. Wreaks havoc on Psyker's health. Luckily, he's able to sit out of the way before Mountow lands any kind of heavy break on him. Oh, misses the opportunity to P-block that Spirit Slash. Psyker wisely has to go for an evasive, or else that probably would have been the end of that particular point. He goes for a Hail Mary Revenge Death Ball. Very climactic looking, but it is not enough to save him. Mountow goes up 2-0 in this set. Yeah, just an example of a snowballing beginning that wreaks havoc on the participants' morale. But it's a new point, a new game, a new opportunity for Psyker to come back, get this reverse 3-0. He stays on the Frieza race. He's loyal to the Frieza race. He is going to ride this wave come hell or high water. Whether this is his last set or the one that leads to Grand Finals, Psyker is not about to let this one go. Anxious to prove that he could have done better, he goes for the grab into the God Destruction's Anger. It whiffs yet again for the 3rd time this tournament. It breaks my heart, but that's just a sad truth. However, not too much has been lost by either contestant so far in this match. Ooh, even after managing to get out of the way of that, or being able to not get his stamina broken by that charged heavy, still Mountow follows up with the heroic assault. Psyker's putting his own life in his hands with these attempted P-blocks, but they're almost necessary just to get whatever stamina usage he can out of Mountow. For the 4th time in a row, or not for the 4th time in a row, but for the 2nd time practically. He goes for that follow-up. It doesn't work out. An unfortunate consequence of the net between the Brazilian and the Saudi Arabian, I believe, Just like these two connections incompatible for the combo string that he wants to put out. The back hit into the burst dash, a nice, way for Mao Tao to immediately get into another offensive move. Nice P-block on the Heroic Assault, but it does not have a very solid effect on his stamina. Oh, he punishes the charging, well not charging, but winding up Bomber DX with a crazy finger shot. That's very entertaining. Psyker has a lot of health to work out, but he is doing a pretty good job at whittling down Mao Tao's stamina. If he's able to get the combo he wants out of this, he might still be able to get his very strong break punish out, because really, Psyker's break punish on his Frieza race is insane. Once he's able to get the reverse, the Revenge Death Ball going on a broken opponent, even if they have LB, it has just been incredibly effective throughout this tournament. Oh! Mao Tao sees it coming, is able to evasive before the God Destruction Anger comes out. Oh, time-space impact, underused from Psyker up until this point, but it allows him to get off a very nice, break punish, even when Revenge Death Ball does not cut the mustard, but it's not enough in order to keep him in the match. Mao Tao is able to take the set, 3-0. Moving on.
GG's Mao Tao. Up next is Mao Tao and Felix, so let's get Felix right in here.
What a tournament this has been so far. Even with the little hiccups. These matches have been like nothing I've seen since, I don't think, even when I first started joining these tournaments.
Yeah. This is like a look of, because people have gotten so much better since the days where we used to use a lot of these supers unironically, that it's a completely new look. It's reminiscent of one of the first few Otherworld tournaments, but it's still very different just because people are so proficient with their strategies now.
They literally... They even got the same eye shape, man. Same height, same weight. No escaping it.
I think actually they're different. I think Felix is minimum and Mao Tao is maximum, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, max height mechanics, it is how CAC tournaments usually end up being. Of course, reminder that Felix was the one who sent Mao Tao knocking into loser's bracket, so let's see if Felix is able to repeat that same performance, or if Mao Tao is going to have the upper hand this time around.
Felix doing a good job just staying behind his block in order to get some nice punishes off on Mao Tao. The effectiveness of Genocide Shell throughout this tournament has been outstanding.
Yeah, I have to admit, it's been nothing but great. And Felix is already on Namekian percent. Of course, he's going to be taking a lot less damage, but he doesn't have Beast activated. Unfortunately, Mao Tao gave him no opportunity to. Oh, total detonation ball circumvented the Genocide Shell ever so slightly. I don't think Felix was expecting that. Oh man. Not only Genocide Shell, but Gamma Impact has also been pretty outstanding in this tournament, especially at the hands of Mao Tao.
Mao Tao getting a little bit too thirsty for that last point of damage he needed.
Goes for the self-break, Felix doesn't seem to have a great way to punish it. Will manage to do a little bit of damage, force out the limit burst. Last Emperor. Free ultimate, not like he lost any sort of advantage with that. And let's see if Felix is able to mount a comeback here, or if Maltau's gonna keep on winning.
Not able to get a stamina break from that situation Maltau was in, that Felix had gotten in because of Maltau.
Yeah.
It just keeps this match going.
Oh my god! The P block stunned him from just enough time that the Milky Cannon explosion just decimated his health there. And Felix might be looking to repeat the same feat.
Felix staying inside of his ball of safety.
Yeah. It is a pretty safe ball, you gotta say.
Having happy memories of Topo. Clash after clash. Felix practically already back at the maximum of his Namekian percent after already being at near death's door just a moment prior.
Perfect blocks. Goes for the Brutal Buster, but Maltau, knowing that that was the reason he lost previous sets, adjusted by using evasive himself. Felix, little bit too zesty with the Evil Flight Strike, will get punished, and Maltau takes game 1.
But man, did he have to work for it.
Yeah, he definitely did. Great question. I think since Maltau's coming from lower in losers bracket, bracket reset will favor him, but he'll have to get the bracket reset to win. But maybe we don't do a bracket reset in this one. You both got knocked down to losers. This is just only fair. No bracket reset, just the final result of this best of 5. Yeah, Creamy. I realized that. Yeah, I realized that after. Creamy has the correct read.
Felix has been pretty consistent about going for these P blocks on back hits and neutral engages in general. Oh my. Okay, well, out comes the break onto the Beast transformation. Things are so far going according to plan for Felix. Maltau doesn't quite have enough ki to really follow up much further. Oh, isn't able to punish the LB either.
Yeah. So this is the ideal situation for Felix if he's able to consistently gain advantage here against Maltau. Remains to be seen if it will be possible, but he has full stamina, Namekian percent health, and just regenerating while dealing a bunch of damage himself. And there it is, the Revenge Final Flash punishes the self break. Gonna go for another Revenge Final Flash, stunting their stamina recovery. Burst dashes the limit burst. This could be death. It is. The Revenge Namekian in full force. Felix takes game 2.
One thing that I saw from Felix's set with Jack that I was interested in was that he kind of made sure that once he was able to, because you know how it goes, Felix transforms into the Beast, the opponent breaks him and starts wailing on him with as much ki as he can, in order to get his health as low as possible. And then once that's done, he dashes after him, tries to continue the combo, and then Felix limit bursts. There's a window where if you're able to punish that LB and then have enough resources, you can kill him right then and there. But it's all about making sure you have enough damage potential at that moment, which is an extra layer of preparation that Maltau ought to be considering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Off to a pretty good start with Maltau getting the first hit of the set. However, stamina looking pretty even so far. Goes for a neutral Bomber DX.
It's honestly, as long as it doesn't get punished, it's not the worst. It covers a pretty wide range, so you gotta respect it. There goes the Beast transformation. Will get punished by Maltao. Alternating, Vanishing Ball, another Vanishing Ball. Didn't trust the tracking, so goes for the burst dash. Forces out the limit burst, but cannot punish him in time. Ooh, but this is a rough amount of damage to be taking in the Namekian percent. Felix backs away. Oh, another grab. This is so tense for Felix. You have to imagine. Ooh, breaks him with the will the late input the limit burst destroys the Revenge Final Flash. You can hold Revenge Final Flash pretty long, and it can bypass some hitboxes, including some of evasives, but not the case there. Felix now on pretty even playing field against Maltao. Similar stamina situation, and Namek percent is gonna kick in pretty quickly for Maltao as well.
It's indeed a risky strat, but it was one that Felix was able to use successfully against Maltao previously. Oh, and in no small part thanks to his evasive.
And there it is. Felix takes game 3. It's match point for him now. Man, these last Emperors are putting in work. No, California, it has not been just Nemec, but this is grand final, so you know how it goes. Namekian versus Namekian, most likely scenario. I feel that, Maltao. I relate to that deeply. And there it is. Match point for Felix. Let's see if he's able to close out the set, or if Maltao is gonna get a second chance at winning in this set of grand finals.
It's all going to depend on how much Maltao's learned about this set that Felix has. He's had plenty of practice throughout this tournament. It's all a matter of how well he's able to adapt to what he knows that Felix is going to do. P-block after P-block is whittling down Maltao's stamina, but for his part, he's at least able to get a little bit of the same effect onto Felix. But honestly, it might seem that the first break of this match might be done by Felix as opposed to Maltao.
Goes for Beast in the end. Felix honestly putting Maltao in a pretty awkward situation, because he will have to spend a little bit of stamina chasing after him for this break.
But this time LB allows Maltao to possibly... No, yes!
Oh yes! He couldn't evade him in time. Oh my god. Now it's 2-2, and Maltao suddenly has a chance to win this tournament.
We have entered Game 5.
Yeah. What is definitely the last match of the tournament.
Now listen, my interpretation of this, why Felix is choosing to really focus on this set, it honestly reminds me very much of a previous tournament that we had where Felix wanted to really show the strength of Evil Whirlwind. So he would just run Evil Whirlwind like Teenhan, Evil Whirlwind, Majin Buu, Gohan exclusively. And the idea is that he's taken advantage of how people react to certain baits that he does and how they don't adapt to what he's, putting out. So if it's very risky, yeah, normally. But if a person isn't taking advantage of that risk reliably, then Felix has no reason not to just keep on doing that, take advantage of the opponent's weaknesses, shortcomings when it comes to prediction and adaptation.
That is a fascinating theory, and while I definitely think it could be true, I have a different one, which is this set is potentially the coolest thing Felix has ever put out in the world. So he really wants to play it as much as he can. And you know, whether either it's your or my reasoning behind it, it is being proven a really effective set under this rule set for Felix. So let's see if he's able to pull it together for this game 5, or if Maltao is gonna finally overcome him once and for all. Stamina break, punishing the vanishing ball.
Using the transformation. Oh, but it's still so long that Maltao's able to recover and then punish it.
Oh my god, yeah, no, Felix true. There's no way Maltao doesn't kill him right here, right now. Yeah. It was a cool idea. It was a cool idea, but unfortunately,
Maltao won the quick time event.
yeah, he won the quick time event exactly, and will win the tournament as a result. Ladies and gentlemen, the Otherworld tournament that never happened is championed by Maltao. He will be our greatest above the heavens in this side tournament.
Wow, that tournament was really fun to watch. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, this was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we got to see a lot of very, very interesting builds and very interesting takes on the supers that were allowed. Stay tuned for more tournaments. Next Sunday, we will have the actual 14th Otherworld tournament, and we probably will have other installments of this Otherworld tournament, as the rule set it just promotes very interesting CSC gameplay. Thank you all for watching, thank you all for participating, and I will see you next time.
Take it easy, everyone. See ya.